Thursday, the 19th of November, 1942. It's true. Mr. Dussel is a very nice man. He's willing to share a room with me, although I don't really like sharing my things with a stranger. But we all have to give up something here. If we can save just one of our friends, we will be doing something to help, says Father. He's right. Mr. Dussel has told us a lot about the outside world. The news is terrible. The authorities have taken away so many friends and people we know to concentration camps. Army cars go round the streets day and night to arrest people. They're looking for Jews. They knock on every door and ask whether any Jews live there. When they find a Jewish family, they take everybody away. They even pay money for information. In the evenings when it's dark, I often see long lines of innocent people walking on and on. Sick people, old people, children, babies, all walking to their deaths. We are very lucky here. I feel bad sleeping in a warm bed when our dearest friends are suffering so badly, and only because they are Jews. Saturday, the 28th of November, 1942. Mr. Dussel complains about me all the time, and they said that he liked children. He complains to Mother, and then she is angry with me too. I think about it all in bed at night. Am I so bad? I either laugh or cry, then I fall asleep, wanting to be different. It's very confusing. Tuesday, the 22nd of December, 1942. The Annex was delighted to hear that we are all getting an extra £1/4 pound of butter for Christmas. We are each going to cook something with butter. Mr. Dussel says, "Quiet, quiet," to me all night, even if I just turn over in bed. But he gets up early on Sundays and puts on the light to do his exercises. Yes, we all have to be very sensible here and not get angry. But I would love to lock the door or hide his clothes or do something not at all sensible. Wednesday, the 13th of January, 1943. Terrible things are happening outside. People are being pulled out of their homes and arrested. They have to leave with only a small bag and a little money, but even that is stolen from them. Families are separated. When children come home from school, their parents have disappeared. The sons of Christian families in Holland are also sent to Germany. Everyone is frightened. Every night there are air raids. Hundreds of aeroplanes fly over Holland to drop bombs on German cities. Every hour, hundreds or maybe thousands of people are killed in Russia and Africa. The whole world is at war. Although the Allies are doing better now, the end of the war is nowhere in sight. We are luckier than millions of people. It is quiet and safe here. We have money to buy food. We are selfish. We talk about after the war, and we look forward to new clothes and shoes. But we should save our money to share with others later. The children round here only have thin shirts and wooden shoes, no coats or socks. There is no one to help them. They are always hungry and ask people on the streets for bread. I could tell you more about the suffering that the war has brought, but it would make me too sad. All we can do is to wait patiently until it is over. Saturday, the 27th of February, 1943. Pim thinks there will be an invasion by the Allies at any time now. Churchill was seriously ill, but now he's getting better. We are sharing our butter a different way now. Everyone gets their own piece on their own plate. But it's not done right. The Van Daans make breakfast for everyone and give themselves the biggest share of the butter. My parents are too frightened to argue, unfortunately. Wednesday, the 10th of March, 1943. I could hear the guns all last night. I am always frightened of shooting, and I usually climb into Father's bed to feel safe. The guns are really loud, and you can't hear your own voice. One night, there were strange noises inside the annex. Peter went up to the attic and found, guess what? An army of enormous rats! Friday, the 2nd of April, 1943. I'm in trouble again. Last night, I was lying in bed and waiting for Father to come and say my prayers with me. Mother came into the room and asked gently, Anne, Daddy isn't ready. Shall I listen to your prayers tonight? No, Mummy, I said. Mother got up, stood by my bed for a moment, then slowly walked to the door. Suddenly she turned round, and her face was full of pain. She said, I don't want to be angry with you. I can't make you love me. A few tears fell down her cheeks as she went out of the door. I lay still. I knew that it was cruel to say that, but I couldn't give her any other answer. I feel very sorry for her. She's pushed me away from her with her unkind jokes. She cried for half the night and didn't sleep. Father doesn't look at me, but I know what he is thinking. How can you be so unkind? How dare you make your mother so sad? But I can't apologize. Tuesday, the 27th of April, 1943. Everyone in the annex is still quarrelling. There are air raids and bombs every night, and nobody can sleep well. Our food is terrible. We have plain bread and coffee, not real coffee, for breakfast. We have lettuce or green vegetables and bad potatoes. That's all. Saturday, the 1st of May, 1943. Yesterday was Dussel's birthday. He pretended that he wasn't interested, but when Miep arrived with a large bag of presents from his friends, he was as excited as a child. He had chocolate, eggs, butter, oranges, and books. He arranged them on the table and left them there for 3 days, the silly old fool. He already has plenty of food. We found bread, cheese, jam, and eggs in his cupboard. He hasn't given us anything, but we've shared everything with him. Sunday, the 13th of June, 1943. Father wrote something for my birthday. It's very funny. It's about me and my hard life in the annex, under the authority of parents who are always telling me what to do. I had some lovely presents too, especially a big book of Greek and Roman stories, and sweets from everyone. People gave me some from the last of their stores. Tuesday, the 15th of June, 1943. Next month we have to give back our radio to the authorities. It's an official rule, and all over the country people are trying to find an old radio to give in so that they can keep their real radios in secret. It's a shame that we have to give in our beautiful big radio. But Mr. Clayman will give us a baby radio, which he has hidden at home. We'll put it upstairs. It's not allowed, of course, but we're not allowed to be here either. Our radio with its wonderful voice really helps us. We tell ourselves, let's try to be brave and cheerful. Things must get better.